Okay, the next thing we want to do is connect the electricity to the campsite. So to do so, we're going to go ahead and we would open up this compartment right here. This is where I'm going to have my cables. Right now I've got the cables here on the ground, so we can talk about those. Take the cables out, open up your power, and then we're going to connect the cables from the RV to the power source that's at your campsite. Now here's a little thing just to know while we're here. If your campsite is offering cable, here's a cable connector so you can run cable TV. So I'm going to open back the power site, and let's look at the 3 cables that I have for power. I've got the initial cable right here. This end is unique. It connects to the RV. This connects to power. If you need an extension, I have an extension cable. We always use the surge protector. And I have an adapter. This adapter goes from a 30 amp to a 50 amp. So if you have that 50 amp at the campsite, you can convert it. So my unit here is a 30 amp, 125 volts. So that's what we're looking for. All campsites have usually a 30 or a 50. So we're set here. And I'm even set to where if you're parking in a situation where the power is quite a ways a distance, we've got about 50 feet of cable here that you still can connect to. The other cable I have is 110. So this 110 right here, usually at your campsite they have 110 connectors, but also on the outside near the door there's a 110 connector so that you can run radio, run whatever, you know, normal 110 outlet item. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start connecting these together. And let's talk about that a little bit. First thing you want to do is connect the power to the RV itself. So this is unique. Looking at the plug and looking at where we're going to insert the plug, we have a little bit of turning that we have to do. So I take the plug and I hold it in my hand just like this, and I set it just cocked a little bit to the right, plug it in, turn it. That locks it. Then I screw it in so that no water can get into the electrical system. This is a 30 amp connector. If the power at the site needs or it requires 50 amp connector, I've got the 50 amp. So this is an adapter, what everybody calls a dog leg. So definitely I can come in and I can plug the 30 amp and convert it to a 50. But before we do that, we always want to plug in this power surge protector. Definitely this is a very expensive RV. You don't want to have to pay for electrical issues because of power spikes. So definitely we plug in the power surge protector. At the bottom we see 3 circles. That's going to be an indicator when there are 3 green lights that the power is on, that we are protecting the RV. So I would plug in the power from the RV. I would plug it into the surge protector. Put your finger into that little holder, plug it in. Plug the surge protector into the RV socket. Let's get that into the frame here. So plug into what would be your shore power or the power at the camping site, and then you're connected. So once you're connected, you go inside. Let's go in and switch over to what we call shore power, or that's a term because we are now connecting to a land type of electrical connection. Let me unlock the door. Okay, once we're inside the RV, come over here to our unit, our single circuit, meaning I have this switch in the off position. That means that there is no power whatsoever coming to the inside of the RV. So what we want to do is turn it on. So we turn it to the right, 90 degrees. Now we have power. And we can see that we have 12.5 volts coming from our battery. And it will also tell us that we have amperage and volts coming in when we plug it into the shore power. And then when you're ready to go, when you're ready to pack up and leave, the first thing we need to do is go ahead and turn off this connection, put it in the off position. Then we'll go back out. Then we'll unplug from the RV site power first, and then we'll unplug from the RV itself. So remember that. That's the safest way to make sure you turn off the power on the inside. And you don't want to do that until you, of course, pull the wall in, the slide it in, unplug from here, take all of your cables, roll them back up, open them up, and store in this bin. And of course, this bin is right here near the back of the RV.